update. So let's see what's happening in the market. Last few days, it was interesting to see after Bitcoin just hit above $60,000 areas and start doing some sort of ranging and side wave. And at the moment, the price is $60 to $126. What are we looking at the moment is, I think we discussed about the long time situation of the Bitcoin. You see from the 29, which was the bottom line, and we start the sharp movement up, we had this wave up, then we go down back to 40k, and now we have this another rally, which to me it's the wave 3 of the movement up. So how it's work is we just getting to the huge resistance area of the previous all-time high, which if I want to show you, you can see that if I take this away, you can see exactly something like this in a higher time frame, that we go up, we had a deep down, and now we are going up again. If you remember when we hit that top, it was something like this, which I mentioned to you guys, that when this trend line break here, right over here, I was told you that I expect a very good rally up, which has happened pretty much as I was predicted. And yeah, after a few days, we are right under the last all-time high, which we couldn't get so close to it. I think we discussed about it last live which we had, that there is a very huge selling area here, and the reason for it is obviously people who bought either at 30k, or even the people who bought on a recent dip which was 40k. They have a very good reason to sell it here before the all-time high, because obviously there is a big probability that Bitcoin cannot go through this and break it and start showing some weakness and start coming down. The important thing is this trend is still in play. So this trend, which starts from 40,000, and here around 54, we saw the Bitcoin hitting it, still is in play. Still the price hasn't touched it. We had a few shadows, as you can see here and here. We got some shadows which got close to it, but not really hitting this line. So still there is an expectation, if the ranging continue, we start getting close to it. For me, falling off this trend is just probably a sign of starting of the, a little bit downward movement. Again, I'm saying I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. I'm pretty bullish, to be honest. But for now, what I should say is, I think considering the current situation, regardless of what the media are telling us and all the hype and FOMO and everything, until BTC break the previous all-time high, I'm giving it a good chance that we see some sort of correction right here, and market psychology actually support this idea, because normally when everybody are ready to go long, it's when the market just start thinking, oh, maybe it's time to liquid you and take some profit. So big exchanges and the whales, when they see the good opportunity that there is a lot of long orders, to actually take some profit. So I don't think much has happened so far on the Bitcoin, not much of a chain. Probably the good things about it is only BTC dominance. Again, as we predicted, the dominance gone up. As you can see, even though from here to here, which is from 45 to 47, the price hasn't changed much. but the dominance is still going up. If I want to compare the previous top price, which was here, to here, you can see the dominance right now is higher than the dominance when the price was here a few days ago. So this is not a very good sign for the alts. But today we had some sort of small corrections. Still, this trend is in play. So I think this is going to be continue until we hit this resistance around 48 and a half. And the main one actually, which is the top of the channel, if I want to go to the short, bigger time frame like daily, you can see what I mean about this. So the dominance come down, we had a little bit of movement, hit the top, down, make the double bottom here, and then going up. So technically, if we want to consider this as a double bottom, some people is just telling you that it's supposed to get back to where it was, which is the 62%. I don't give it any chance that we see the dominance get back to where it was. But I think there is a very good chance that the price, actually the dominance, hit the top of channel, which is around 49.50 in the next few days, or maybe, I don't know, next few weeks. But still at the moment, it is a little bit high for the alts to start actually growing. So a lot of money on the Bitcoin yet. Maybe we can see few alts here or there, they're just breaking out, but we can see in general that the altcoins are start growing. And the main indicator for alts growing is actually Ethereum. If you see the Ethereum price going high significantly, Ethereum is a leader of the altcoins, and it means the other alts is going to follow Ethereum. But right now, even with the Ethereum, we can't see any major movement high. So considering this situation at the moment, I personally still think that some of the altcoins are very deep at the moment. They are in a good price. And if this going a little bit higher, even we can see lower price on some of the altcoins. So maybe it's a good place if the dominance hit a little bit higher to start filling your bags with some of the good, strong altcoins. And hopefully, when the dominances start going down and the Bitcoin price is stabilized or still going down, we see another alt season and so many of our altcoins start flying. So that's mostly the prediction, and it's not changed much since last time we discussed. Let's go through the market and check some of the coins which you guys asked me to take a look. Obviously, one of the coins I want to check, it's Cake. I think I personally mentioned to you guys both about Cake and Bake previously when they have been on a very, very deep. The main reason of them is both of them are in the Binance Smart Chain, and BNB and Binance had a huge token burn recently, which caused a good rally on the price. I think price get close to 495 today, and it might even grow beyond that. But token bans normally work for a period of time. They're not sustainable. So be careful about your positions on BNB. Uh, what's happening with the bake? Let's take a look at the daily chart to have a look. So it is pretty clear. Let me just remove all of these drawings. Okay. The price had a fantastic rally, go up and hit 26. Actually 26 something when the BNB was 53, and now is 19 when the BNB is 62. And this is telling you exactly how the BTC dominance affect the altcoin. So if it's supposed to work equivalent to the BTC, we should have seen the price over 35.40, but now it's under 20. If we want to just make some trend lines for the bottom of it, I think if we go from here to here, you can see a good trend here. And from the top part, you can see pretty much something like this has happened. Still couldn't break out. So you can see in few occasions, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now fifth. It's a 5 time that price tried to break out, which was unsuccessful. Considering the BNB price rise, I give it a good chance that maybe we can see a good rally on the cake as well. And if that happened, we should have considered these areas as a possible target. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's my expectation is if BTC range or the market doesn't the market doesn't dump so quickly, we're going to see this hitting the first target, probably retest up, retest up. So this is in the daily chart. So don't expect all of this happen in 2 hours. So you have to consider the time frames we are checking. But in a shorter time frame, we go to 1 hour to take a look at it. It looked like it is actually breakout. It came out, it did once pull back, again go up, and again going down. So this is what we always asking you. That's the main reason we're asking you. In the 4 hour, ensure you are actually seeing the proper breakout. The breakout has been happened. This is the pullback candle. This is another candle still inside. So we are not recommend anyone to enter here on this red candle. Why? Because the next candle might be red and get back, and we call this as a fake breakout. But the whole point is, if this candle first of all close above the line or close the line, and the next candle side of it be a good sized green candle, then you can enter to the market in the next candle. So you can most likely buy it around $20.20 if you see the number coming up. So bullish scenario is something like this. So we expect, if that bullish scenario happen, we expect that we see a green candle coming here, whatever it's going to be like, and we expect to enter here and see another green candles here, bunch of candles. Sorry, apology for my bad drawings, but you know what I mean. So I hope you get it. So, but if the next candle was another red one down here, no, we're not going to enter. Just wait for it to probably go back, hit another time at here, maybe next time breakout, something like this. And this is about the cake at the moment. The next coin we want to talk about, it's TLM. Actually, this is one of the good ones too. What has happened with TLM, that's interesting. So let's go to the higher time frame again. We go on a daily, and on a daily we can see after this sharp fall which happened during May, it raised once and again it raised for second times, but never actually could go and stable beyond the Fibo line of 0.3672. Sorry, 382. So never could actually stabilize above that. So not even a touch to Fibo 50%. So that's telling us that it didn't perform very well. But there is a good possibility that in the same time, if it keeps this trend line here, and don't forget that it's daily again, if it keeps this trend line here, there is a possibility that we can see another wave off. And if it can retake this area, which is close to the Fibo line as well, if it can retake that, then I can give it a very good chance to move up. So if something like this happen going up, then I give it a good chance that we can see more rally from TLM. At the moment, it is in the buying zone. So either there, or even if it falls, we just have another buying zone here. So there are two buying zone in a daily, which if we go to the 4 hours, probably it's more clear what am I talking. So and let's go there. You can see we saw a very good support here, even though if it drops, the trend kept the price very well. But if this couldn't keep the price, then the next level of support would be somewhere like here. So in case if it's coming down and can't hold the price, we have to see this coming down to here and then going up. So that's about the TLM. In a long run, I still give it a good chance that as soon as the BTC dominance going down, we see some sort of good rally on it. If we want to take a look at this in the Elliott waves movement, which is what I really like to see how it performed. Sorry, I have one. To me, it's most likely it was a 1-2 so far. So I don't think it even started this wave 3. So I think if we want to consider that something like this, we are expecting to see the wave 3 to go and hit previous all-time high, then go down and then go up again. Somewhere like this. So if my prediction is right and we are still in the wave 2, we can see a little bit of movement and then bang, we see a very good sharp movement up in the wave 3. And if it lose this support here, then I'll really call it bearish because it's going to get back down. So it can become in the Elliott wave counting as a 1, 2, and 3 goes down. I don't think it's going to happen considering the market, but really it doesn't look anything rather than this at the moment. So let's move on to our next coin, which is XTZ. XTZ, it is actually one of the most strongest one which we had. It hit a new all-time high close to 9.5, and it performed very well, to be honest, so far. So if we're going to, in the daily chart, you can see it come from the bottom and then start with some huge movement up and down, which actually helped him to hit the new all-time high. I can see still there is a lot of potential in XTZ. There's still, it's to me, it's very bullish. If we take a look at the weekly chart, which is probably much longer time frame, you can see what I mean. So this is for sure look like a very good movement up from here, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So you can take a look at how good this weekly support and resistance work. You can say, even though we had such a big shadow here, but this weekly candle has been closed in a dodgy shape right on the support, and then we saw a very, very big green candle. And now it's coming down, which is, to me, can be considered as a bullish flag. I don't think it's bearish as long as it's keep this support here, and I think we can see more more movement up considering the way it's performing at the moment. We get back to the short time frame of the 4 hours, and here we can discuss more. What I was actually draw here previously was this trend line and that top trend line. The top trend line is still valid, but it's fall down from the bottom trend line. So this actually is not going to work for us anymore. But this support here is still working because you can see it come here and right on the support, the price has been held. So if I continue doing this, so the expectation is, if I want to write something like this, the expectation is this flag, which has been built here, just work right from there. And the price, if it breaks out from where it is, just go and hit the higher target. So if we consider it something like this, you can see exactly it goes to hit around $10. So which is the obviously new all-time high. So I personally believe if the BTC dominance start chilling down and going down, then we're going to see a good breakout from here. After the breakout, probably again another pullback around this support area of the 6.5, and we are going to see a very good rally up. I think personally, as long as XTZ is above $6, it's a very good buying area. So if you want to invest, you can buy it right here and just put your stop loss on the 6, 5.9, 5.8. Still going to give you a very good risk versus reward. So if you buy here, you can wait for it. Even though if you don't want to wait for it to go to the 10, you can sell it around 8.5. Still buying 6.5, selling 8.5 is something like 30% profit only in the spot. You buy it in futures with the leverage 5, you can make something like 150% profit. By the way, it looks bullish, and I really like how it performed so far. So that was about XTZ. Another coin which I want to talk to you is about Eagled or Lord. So Eagled got a interesting movements as well, same as XTZ. It had a fantastic rally up. So let me just bring the time frame higher. Go to the daily, and so in the daily time frame, Enrolled hit another all-time high. So as you can see, it comes down, had a semi-double bottom with a little bit second bottom higher, then start the rally, very, very big wave 3 going up, and then start going to be bouncing off. The whole point is when it's break out of this, showed another rally, come to 272, couldn't keep it, again came down. So if I remove this one, you're probably gonna see what is happening right now. Kept the trend line very well, so performed very well over this trend line. And at the moment, what is happening is it is right on the support. So there are two scenarios might happen right here. Either this trend line is going to keep the price, or in the worst case scenario, I personally think the scenario which happened to XTZ might happen to that, which we see a little bit of falling from the trend line towards 210 or something like that. And then we are going to see another rally up. If I want to draw something like this, obviously we can see if the price is stabilized above 250, that's a very, very good sign that we might go and see another all-time high soon. So if you are waiting for it to enter, either you can enter here and take a risk. Put your stop loss under 190. If you're buying it at spot, that's still fair, still good risk versus rewards. Otherwise, you have to wait to see something like this happen. And as soon as we saw the breakout out of this triangle, we wait for it to have a pullback around 250. You can buy it around 250 and probably get it right up to close to 375, $400. I can see a very great future for it. It's one of the strong coins with a very good team and good project working on it. I think we can hear and we can see more from airlines. All right, the next coin which we're going to discuss is Tomo. Obviously, the people who talk to me, they know Tomo is one of the tokens which I've been recommended previously to many people as a good investment. Let's go to the daily. What has happened was when the Bitcoin actually fall, we had a very, very sharp fall in Tomo's price, actually probably one of the worst one against any others. You see it started the rally from the bottom somewhere like here, go up, if I don't make a mistake, hit something like a new all-time high, and then we had a very sharp movement down, which obviously you can relate it to this double top as well. Couldn't break the top, and then people just start selling. Everybody who bought here and just get to here, come down, and they see, okay, let's wait for it a little bit, let's wait for it a little bit. Then when as soon as it hit here and couldn't break it, as soon as couldn't break it, people start getting to the fear that they're going to lose the profit. So everybody starts selling, and this candle is happening exactly for the same reason. If you get back to the market psychology, and I try to teach you guys how the market works, and all of those patterns which we're talking about had some sort of market psychology behind it. It's exactly what's happening. Just think about it. You're a trader. You bought here. You're in a very good profit, then price coming down, and you're upset. So you're waiting to sell and take your profit out. And as soon as you get close to the all-time high, you say, all right, okay, don't worry about it. I don't want to wait more. I already have a very good profit, so let's sell it. So you're not the only one want to take profit. Probably 70, 80% of the people who actually bought it deep down want to take profit out. And as soon as they start taking profit, the price falling sharply, and you can see after the price falling sharply, we had a very good, strong support here, which the coin start just stabilizing over it. You see one touch, second touch, third touch, and now we are here. Look like we are in the middle of it. So we have to wait and watch how it's going to perform. My personal view is that this trend has broken, but this one still is in place. So very close to break this one. I personally believe in a shorter time frame, what is going to happen is as soon as it breaks this, gonna come hit that one. Is that going to break this one and going up? Most likely, but I think it's a very, very depends on how Bitcoin is going to behave. And as soon as Bitcoin behave properly and we see Bitcoin's going up, we can see this one's going up as well. So Bitcoin dominance going down and this going up. So we have to wait and watch, but somewhere close to 2.65 is where I can see it can go easily. And even if this that doesn't happen and can't break it here, we might experience something like this. This falling down again, hit this trend, coming up, coming down, and this happened. But if it's not a good place to buy, you have to wait for a breakout, you have to wait for the a pullback, and then you can jump in onto the pullback, onto the confirmation candle. Or if you want to put an order, probably somewhere close to here, it's a very good place to put your order. And you can buy it here and put stop loss somewhere below that, somewhere like here, a little bit below. You can see if we want to calculate the risk versus reward, you're going to see I buy, for example, here. Sorry, not this one. Where is that? We put the stop loss here and we put the target there. You can see it gives us the ratio around 3.74, which is fantastic. If you get a risk versus reward anything above 2, I think that's a very good entry. And this is give you something like 3.7, so this is even better. And if you buy it right here above that, you have to ensure you put your stop loss under this triangle support line, and that probably give you a little bit lower risk versus reward, but still there is a more chance to see the price going up. All right, guys, I think the times are up. The video is getting too long for today. I appreciate everyone watching us live and the people who are actually watching us later through our Sardine crypto channel. Please subscribe to our channel and support us in that regard. That's helping us to just continue the works we do. Thank you again to Lustcoins, who is our sponsor and promoter, give us this opportunity to be with you guys. Don't forget that the pre-sale of the Lost Coin has been started today. The private sale finished. You only have 6 days to purchase through the pre-sales with the amazing offer of 42% off on the market price. And also they are going to give you one rare NFT for every purchase more than 1 BNB. So support Lost Coins, support us, and be with us. Hopefully we can continue doing this, and I really, really do hope my videos are helpful for you in your trades, and you be full of profits, and you make dollars and dollars and dollars. Have a great day, and see you tomorrow, guys. Cheers.